Hey everyone, welcome to our presentation. This is a presentation by Irma and I called Ditch the Nic, and it's basically all about how and why you should live your life nicotine and tobacco free.
Hi, welcome to Ditch the Nic, like Charlene said right now. And today I'm going to start off by introducing ourselves. So my name is Irma Torres, and I'm going to be a freshman at Texas A&M University, Gagum. And I'm going to be part of the Corps of Cadet, trying to pursue a degree in engineering. And this is my second year as a teen ambassador, and I really recommend that anyone who wants to apply applies. And Charlene's going to introduce herself right now.
Hi, my name is Charlene Moore, and I'm an upcoming sophomore at Jefferson High School in Jefferson, Texas, and I'm also a first-year teen ambassador.
First, we'd like to start off by asking you guys, why do you think is it important to stay nicotine free? Well, these are all really excellent ideas and statements, and I agree with a lot of them. It's mostly because to stay healthy and to live a longer life. Charlene will explain that why it's better to stay nicotine free.
As you can see on the screen, tobacco use is the #1 cause of preventable deaths in the United States. So actually, smoking causes more deaths than alcohol, AIDS, car crashes, illegal drugs, murders, and suicides combined. So as you guys can see, tobacco is super harmful and really deadly, which is why we're here to inform y'all on how to live nicotine free.
It's important to stay nicotine free, like Charlene said, because it's the #1 cause of death. And some of the negative health effects of using tobacco include an increased chance for coronary heart disease and stroke by 2 to 4 times more likely than someone who never smokes. Also, men are more likely by 25% more to get lung cancer, and women are 25.7 times more likely to develop lung cancer if they start smoking. And the reason is because if you look at the non-smokers' lungs on the right side of the screen, you'll see that they're pink and healthy, and then the ones on the right of that picture are the smokers' lungs, and they look very charred and messed up, and they show that they have been blackened by the ashes of the burning of the tobacco, and that's what nicotine causes you to do. And a coronary heart disease is something with your heart, so it can end up leading to a stroke. And stroke is when you have an embolism, and it goes into your heart, and you can stop breathing, and you have a lot more extra health effects after that.
Actually, in Texas, 11.3% of high schoolers smoke. That's 183,700 kids. That's already so many youth starting a lifelong addiction at such a young age. And in the United States, 1,300 people die every single day due to tobacco-related deaths, which is why it's important for everyone to know the importance of living tobacco-free so that they don't become a statistic.
Okay, so like Charlene said, it's a lot better to stay off of nicotine because there's a lot of health effects, and a lot of people die from it, especially in the US. And some things you can do instead are to hang out with your friends, go to a football game, look at memes, eat food, which I love to do, or do a puzzle, and hang out with your pets, go around your city and drive around, watch some TV like Netflix, or read a book, or even go on TikTok. There's so many things that you can do instead of smoking that are much more healthier for you and your health than smoking.
As you can see on the screen, we have a Venn diagram comparing and contrasting the chemicals found in both e-cigarettes and traditional cigarettes and smokeless tobacco. If you look on the right, some chemicals found in e-cigarettes are chemicals like diacetyl, nickel, and tin. And if you look on the left, some chemicals found in traditional cigarettes and smokeless tobacco are chemicals like methane, methanol, and ammonia. And if you look in the middle, some chemicals found in both are formaldehyde, lead, cadmium, acetic acid, and toluene. So even though all these products aren't completely identical, they still do have some chemicals in common. And Irma's going to be going a little bit more into depth on all of these crazy chemicals.
Okay, like Charlene was saying, she was showing you guys some of the different chemicals inside of tobacco. Now, which one is the addictive component found in these products? You can go ahead and type it in the box or annotate on the screen. So these are all good answers, but the right one's going to be nicotine. So nicotine is what makes you addicted to these products. And it's very serious because it's a chemical that once the tobacco's burned, it's created, and it'll like hurt you and make yourself addicted to the products, and it'll make you keep using them. Okay, some other chemicals that are found in these products are diacetyl, which it gives you popcorn lung, which is also known as the bronchiolitis obliterans, and that's very dangerous. It's a condition that damages your lungs, and it makes you cough and short of breath as well. So like you won't be able to play sports because you'll get out of breath really quickly. You also have lead, which will lead to which is poisonous to you, and it'll also develop a low IQ level. And we all want to be smart and like go to college and get a nice job one day, but with a low IQ, that's very hard to do. You can also get copper, which is going to damage your brain, and that's also going to hurt your IQ level, as well as manganese. Manganese is going to lead to insomnia, and we all love to sleep, right? So why would you want to use something that's going to cause you to not sleep anymore? So then you have silver, which will give you a blue-gray eye stain. So I'm not sure if you really want that in your eyes, especially when your eyes look very pretty just the way they are.
So what we really want everyone to get from this presentation is how to live nicotine-free. There might be someone on here wondering, well, what if someone has already introduced this harmful chemical to their body and they are now trying to quit? Well, that's what me and Irma are going to be talking about in these next couple of slides.
Like Charlene said, these are some ways that we can help you get help for people that you may know someone who smokes. So the first one is Yes Quit, and this is a mobile program, or you can use their website, or they can use the website, and it helps people quit. They also have a number to call for help. So the first thing you want to do is, the first thing the smoker wants to do is call 1-877 Yes Quit, and then the number translated is right there as well. Or the quitter can also go to that link right there, and it'll take you to the Yes Quit website, and it's very interactive for them, and it really has like proven methods that will make sure that they do stay off of nicotine.
So 70% of people who smoke are aware that smoking is harmful and deadly, and they do want to quit the habit. But unfortunately, only 7% of smokers are actually able to successfully stop smoking, which is all because quitting is a really complicated and hard process. But we are going to explain why it is so important to quit, even if it's a complicated process.
Okay, so some people like to learn the benefits of why they should quit, and some of these benefits include an association with reduced stress, anxiety, and depression. So in reality, it does. Not smoking helps with stress, anxiety, and depression more than smoking, because a lot of people start smoking because they think it's going to help them with those issues. But after 20 minutes of not smoking, your heart and blood pressure decrease. And then after 2 to 3 months, your circulation and lung functionality will improve, meaning it will be easier to breathe. And then after 1 year, your risk of coronary heart disease and heart attack is reduced. So heart attack is very dangerous and is very hard to recuperate back from. And it says at the top, time elapsed after cessation. So cessation is after time. It's to quit smoking or to quit something. So for us, we're talking about quitting tobacco products, especially being addicted to nicotine. So after 5 years, your risk of mouth, throat, esophagus, and bladder cancer are decreased by half, and the risk of cervical cancer and stroke decline to someone who has never smoked. So that's a very good thing, because you always want to be the best healthy version of yourself. And if the smoker quits smoking, then they'll have the same chances of someone who doesn't smoke in getting these diseases. After 10 years, the risk of dying from lung cancer is 50% less likely than compared with a person who keeps on smoking. So that's a very good numbers, because you don't want to get lung cancer, and you can die from lung cancer, as it says right there.
So if you or someone you know is aware that they want to stop quitting, here are some steps that could help them out. Step number 1 is make a quit plan. Having a quit plan makes quitting so much easier. It gives the user ways to stay confident, focused, and motivated to quit. Step number 2 is stay busy. Keeping themselves busy is a great way to stay tobacco free. Being busy will help keep the quitter's mind off of using tobacco and distract them from cravings. So, it's highly recommended to help them make plans to do something that they enjoy every day. This will help lift their spirits and keep their mind off of using tobacco. Step number 3 is avoid triggers. Triggers can be anything like people, places, things, or situations that set off the urge to use tobacco. Here are some tips to help you avoid these triggers. Change your daily routine to avoid things that are associated with tobacco. Or you can take a different route to work, or you can even walk if you can. Step number 4 is stay positive. Pay attention to today and the success of that day. Time will add up, so focus on the positive and reward themselves for being tobacco free for 24 hours. Step number 5 is ask for help. Quitting is a journey filled with people who want to help. So it's super helpful to have a support system of coworkers, family, friends, doctors, and counselors. They are all people who can help during these complicated and tough times. Again, if you or someone you know needs help with quitting, please call 1-877-YES-QUIT. It's a super beneficial and an anonymous way to help start the quitting process.
So that concludes our presentation. If someone you know or needs the number, you can always contact us and we'll always be here for you guys. So we want to ask y'all to follow us on social media at Texas Say What on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and YouTube, and even now TikTok. So that's really one of our funnest platforms that we have. It's very exciting, and we make a lot of videos on there of how we stay nicotine free. And you can follow me and Charlene on those social media platforms that we have right there. And we're very interactive, and you can always ask us questions on there if you ever need help with anything related. And we just want to thank y'all once again for choosing our presentation, Ditch the Nic. And we're very excited that you guys were able to join the 2020 virtual conference. And if you guys have any questions, you can go ahead and start asking them now. Thank you once again.